Ooh, looks like we're live, right? We're live. Let's see. We'll give people a few minutes to pop on, and while we do, I'm going to hop on. Right there's pretty good. Yeah, you got it right there. I'll hop on here. Just let America know that we're doing a thing. 10 pages. In 10.
Share this thing.
Did it pop up on your screen? Oh, look. There we are.
Hey, there we go.
Sure.
You just hit it. I hope we did it. Let's get it.
Hey, everybody. We're ignoring you.
Just man and his 35 Facebook pages he runs or something.
Pretty much. You know, it's a struggle, but somebody's got to support the local businesses. That's why me and the man, Chad Brown, are here.
Bobby.
We got Bobby here with Gilla. And we have some beers here. We just want to thank you for hosting us, letting us be here today. Let me check the lighting over there. But while we're checking the lighting, we got a beer called Step Brewers. You can see it's right here. This is the one we're drinking right now. And if you could, just tell us a little bit about it.
Step Brewers is it's a double West Coast IPA. A lot of people are doing the juicy IPAs. That's kind of the more popular ones nowadays. But yeah, it's going back to the old school. The roots of IPA was, especially in the mid '90s when craft beer really took off. West Coast IPA was the thing. Super bitter, super dank, super piney. It's a lot clearer, so you know it doesn't have that the juicy haze to it. So yeah, we bring that one back a lot just because it's one of me and Brad's favorite things. We drink it when it's ever on. When it's on, it's pretty much the only thing we really drink. Except for when we get that Pils on now. That thing is just too damn good. I find hard to not drink that one.
Is that what you're drinking now?
No. This is new one. I just pulled this off the tank. This is the one I'm pegging tonight, so I was making sure it was actually ready. So yeah, this one's called Bayou Sunrise. Really good one. As a matter of fact, this is the very first one that I created when I started at Gilla a couple of years ago. It was the very first recipe I created here.
Okay.
So,
and when is it going to get released?
Thursday. I mean, that's our release this week.
Tomorrow.
So
awesome.
Yeah, typically I'll keg them Tuesday or Wednesday night. They can it Thursday morning, and it's released that day. So every time you buy one on release day, it's canned that day.
And y'all do pre-sales on all of them, or just?
Yeah, everything but our small batch. We have our small batch system back there. We brew in our big system, but we split them off into small fermenters so we can prove them differently. So if you see all the different sours here, the mango habanero, the watermelon, the blueberry, and the strawberry. Basically, we take a base beer, split those off into different fermenters, and we brew those differently.
Okay.
So technically, it gets us 4 beers while still only making 1 beer. Yeah, it's kind of a little cheat code to have more on draft, but it allows you creativity, and that way people can get they come in. We do a very limited release on that, so you can get a mixed 4-pack. So it's one of each and a 4-pack, but given that we're only getting 1 barrel of each type of beer, we limit it to probably maybe 24 packs total. More kind of a gimmick thing, but yeah, it allows people to do that. If we take it home, you can try each one of them and stuff. Kind of same concept of like getting a little flight of something, but
yeah.
But yeah, Step Brewers, man, we came with that probably a good year and a half ago. It was amazing beer. I love them. Super bitter, well over 100 IBUs. So that very classic, old school 90s IPA. That was what everybody was drinking. You know, so it's the thing like Sierra Nevada and all that stuff. That's all the West Coast style. All the Stone beers, those are all West Coast style. So, but now the emergence of the New England juice, that's what everybody brew. So we brew a good bit of the juicy beers too, but we try to bring that one back. Plus the label's cool as hell. So
you know,
I mean, you know,
a little commercial.
And that was not Photoshop. We literally wore those sweaters. And
that's awesome.
How long have y'all been in business?
So October, right around Halloween, made 2 years. So we're coming up on almost 3
years.
I guess depends on how you're looking at it, but Yeah, so we're 2.5, I guess, is exactly where we're at right now.
And you just recently took
Yeah,
over?
so I just bought in, I don't know, was it 2 months ago, something like that now.
over,
I've
bought
been
in.
here. Do what now?
I said took over, bought in. I don't.
Yeah, well, I
Kinda
take
didn't
over.
really
Yeah, so
take over.
I just bought
Right.
I bought Derek's portion. So that was me, Alex, and Brad instead of
Okay.
Derek, Alex, and Brad. But I've been here since it might have been this time in 2019. No, 2020. Wait, yeah, 2020 because it's been right at 2 years. So I come on just to help them brew. They were kind of, when we brewing on that 1 barrel system because we had 8 1-barrel fermenters, but we only had a 1-barrel system as well. So every time we brewed beer, we were only making 31 gallons of beer. So we were brewing 3, maybe 4 times a week. And that's a lot to keep up with, especially with everybody having day jobs and stuff. So whenever Southern Craft was closing down, that's where I started at, commercial brewing.
Okay.
Whenever they were closing down with COVID and all that, Derek and them asked me to come on, and I come on just to help them brew and just help take care of things in the back. And then after a while, we got the bigger system, and so I took over as the head brewer. And then a couple months ago, we bought Derek's piece, and now doing just as much work and don't get paid for it.
Yeah, well, there you go. At one time, y'all was the only brewery in the parish. Is that still?
Yes, still that's still the case. Now, technically, Jimmy and them are a brewery. I mean, they have their official paperwork and everything, and they're building the place out. They've got equipment, but they're probably not going to be open for a good year. I mean, that's my estimate, just because I know it takes forever to get all that crap. So, like, even if, let's say they were shooting for 6 months from now, they would probably be another 6 months. So Keith at Agile, he's the one that bought the old Southern Craft.
Okay.
He was supposed to be open 6-8 months ago, and he's still not really open. So just all the red tape to the government and all that, fire marshal, the health department, and all that stuff. So
Yeah, there's no rush to do anything.
oh yeah, man, absolutely not. And then COVID kind of put everything behind, and then I guess that was kind of an excuse for them, but certain things happen, and then you're not planning for these certain deals. Like brewers, we come in thinking we're just gonna come in and make beer and be ready to rock and sell beer, but there's a whole back door that you've got to go through with the red tape of the government and all that stuff. So.
And y'all do lots of things throughout the week. Like I see board game was Monday night. Y'all got Seinfeld trivia tonight. So all you Seinfeld fans,
buffs,
come on out and see if you can
trivia buffs.
Yeah, trivia is every Wednesday. Mostly it's kind of a general trivia. It's just kind of a lanyard, whatever. But we'll do some themed trivia, and that tends to pack the house a little bit more. We get bumping on Wednesday nights for trivia. And, Thursday night, obviously, everybody's starting to trickle into their weekend, so we do pretty good on Thursday night, and then Friday and Saturday, obviously.
with the food trucks.
Yeah, with the food trucks, depending on the weather.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's always a good time out here. Unfortunately, at the time, we can't have kids and stuff come out, which kind of hinders things, but that's going to change here. I mean, not in the very, very near future, but going forward, we're gonna be changing up things. So.
That's a little tease right there.
Little feelers out.
Yeah. The Louisiana's weird with the laws. So because we can have other people's beers. So right now we have 7 tap beers on. So some friends of ours from Shreveport, they have a brewery out there. We did a collaboration with them.
Okay.
And so when they come down and the weekend they released the collaboration, we decided to go ahead and buy a bunch of their beer from the distributor, and we did like a tap takeover. They were in here hanging out with us and stuff, and so because we can sell other people's beer, and the slushies actually have alcohol in them.
Right.
Technically, under Louisiana law, it makes us a bar, so no kids. But when we move to a different model of distribution and stuff like that, that'll change us so where we can be like Rally Cap and these other breweries where you can bring your kids out, or even like a Struma where they have a really awesome outdoor setup and all that. And you can come out there for hours and your kids don't get bored, they're not pestering you to leave and all that stuff. So it makes a funner experience. Obviously on our end, it keeps people here buying beer,
right?
Which is the goal. So
that is absolutely cool.
Absolutely. So that's awesome. We appreciate you having us here. One of the reasons we're here is to promote the food truck festival that's coming up. Food Truck Fest. I always screw it up. I say expo for some reason.
It's a week from Sunday.
It's the wedding industry in me, but a week from Sunday, Food Truck Fest, and we're gonna have how many food trucks?
27
Come on.
food vendor between trucks and tents.
Trucks and
In fact,
and tents.
Cajun Kid, who will be here Friday, will be there on Sunday. So if you can't catch them this Friday at Gilla, come by Colonial Stables Sunday, May 1st, and catch them there. Their wings are great. Bobby said their burgers just as
Oh, it's
good.
amazing.
So,
Yeah. It's, he makes a big burger, but it comes on 4 of the Hawaiian rolls. But
Oh.
it's
all right, well, I might be
it's
here Friday to get that instead of the wings.
Yeah,
Or
we,
just get
we
both.
picked the wrong night to come film.
Yeah, this is the weekend to be here for sure. We got, and the beer we're releasing this week, Bayou Sunrise, is a really popular beer we do. So releasing a popular beer, and we got 2 of our most popular food trucks coming by. Awesome.
With No Lamia.
Yeah,
I don't know if you heard of them
Saturday.
being the other one on Saturday, 12 until sold out. So typically, what, 3 hours they're sold out?
Yeah, man. Yeah, with No Lamia, yeah. So when they show up, let's call it 11 o'clock. They show up. There's people in the parking lot sitting in their cars waiting for them. They open up their door and then they start forming the line as they're still prepping all their food. And then as soon as they open up the service,
Yeah, they have.
That's awesome.
They have it in the food truck industry.
Oh, indeed. Yeah, they kill it, man. They bring their own crowd. So yeah, we'll be packed to the gills in here on Saturday, and so which is awesome, man. We have a good partnership with that. And then we have Don Vito's next door, so
there's always a taco king right there.
There's always a food option here, and it doesn't hurt to be the most legit tacos I've ever had in my life next door. So it's just
it's pretty impressive. It's his restaurant and his food truck, but he has both.
A lunch break would be awesome here, huh?
Oh yeah.
Tacos to the left, pigs to the right.
Yeah, so when I'm back there, so Saturday is typically my brew day since, like I said, we all have day jobs. So Saturday is the only day I can really dedicate to a 9-hour process of making beer. So yeah, from start to finish, yeah. But you're thinking you got processes that you have to wait for. When you mash in, you've got to mash for a good hour. It takes probably half hour to mash in. You're waiting an hour. Then to transfer almost 200 gallons of liquid, you're at 3 gallons per minute. It takes a little while. So there's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of just processes that you really have no control over, but you just sit there and wait. But that gives you time to clean things and supplementally do other things, because it's never just brew beer, be done with it. There's always something to clean. There's always something to sanitize, and organize, and all that. So yeah, when lunch time comes around and there's no food truck that day, I go 2-3 tacos every time. I get the same damn thing.
Taco Tuesday,
Every day is Taco Tuesday.
Yeah,
If
the
you play your cards.
barbacoa, the cow tongue, and the
Ooh.
and the
Cow tongue?
the what do they call it? The El Pastor. So same thing every time.
Dang.
Yeah, cow tongue's amazing, man. Everybody kind of pulls back when you say that, but it's like until you have it.
No,
It might sound terrible,
I'm-
but no,
I'm
it's
in.
amazing. It is
I'm
amazing.
100% in.
Yeah. If no one told you it was cow tongue, you'd never know to begin with. But
Yeah.
then once you have it, it's crazy good. It's amazing.
It's awesome. So there you have it, folks. If you want something to do, come to Gilla. They have stuff going on. It looks like every day there's something going on here at Gilla. What are your hours currently?
4 to 9 during the week, and on Friday and Saturday and Sunday we open at 11. On Friday and Saturday we close at 9, maybe 10. That's
So
weird
it's-
that I don't know that. And then Sunday we close at 5.
Look,
And the location?
Huh?
The location?
The location one. Oh yeah, here.
Yeah, what is your address?
Oh, Suite 108. I don't know. We're on Highway 44 by Lowe's at corner Cannon Road and 44.
Right next to Gonzalez Balloons and
yeah, if you know where those
Small pigs.
fireworks stores are, like there's a Louisiana fireworks, there's Blue House fireworks, whatever, right across the street. It's a little shopping center. You can't miss it. Look for the giant gorilla. It says Gilla.
Right.
It's a dead giveaway.
Yeah, I usually just say right there at Cannon Road because it's right there. Yeah, that's gonna be the address. I don't get into the mail here. I don't even pay attention.
Fairness.
You do it.
Plus my memory is
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. So I don't.
Burnside Avenue.
Yeah. People ask me all the
44.
time, like, if a beer is like 3-4 weeks old, they're like, "Oh, what house did you put it in?" I'm like, I don't know. I'll go look at the recipe if you really care. But it's like, yeah, like once I brew the next beer, like that's what's on my mind, and then we move on. So, and because we don't brew the same beer constantly, those recipes just evade me. I got to come back to the recipe all the time, and so.
And that's kind of unique. That you guys brew so many different types of beer. I mean, I don't think anybody really does it like you guys.
Well, it depends. I mean, around here, no, not really, because
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these places, especially like Rally Cap and the bigger places, they have their flagships that I wouldn't call them flagships, but they would have a couple. But because they distribute and then there's a certain expected beer that people are starting to catch on to,
Yeah.
those are the beers they brew a lot more. Urban South, same thing with them. Some of these bigger breweries, but because we're a brew pub, one of the things that I actually like about it is because we don't really have to keep the same beer on tap at all times. So what you see on there, once it goes away, you probably won't see it again for a few months.
Right.
And then it'll come back around, and some of them might not come back around for another year. But some of the more popular ones we keep around. So we did that Flambe Whip. I don't know if y'all ever had that one. We did
I saw the picture.
It was a collaboration we did with Port Orleans. And so it's a sour, but it's a Bananas Foster inspired. Ooh. And it's crazy good. It's one of our most popular ones. So we bring that around probably 3 times a year, and it's one we're going to have to keep brewing a lot. Some of our more popular IPAs. The wit that we bring around at the same time every year, but it's usually on once a year. Our pills and we do pills and lagers and stuff. We rotate those in and out all the time. We try to keep at least 1 or 2 super light beers. For the non-craft drinkers, we pack the house and there's a lot of people come in at it. They're not trying to drink a 9% IPA or a big stout or something off the wall for them. So, with our pills, I mean, for the people who drink Bud Miller Coors or Michelob Ultra or whatever, that's the beer for them. Or we've got Brannigan, which is an Irish red. It's only 4%, so it's super light, super clear. So those are kind of beers for those people. And then the sour beers are for people who are into wine, but they don't like beer. That's a good transitional kind of beer. Or if they like cocktails, fruity cocktails and stuff, those sour beers really afford that option for them. And then we have the frozen slushies and all that. So we can pretty much please anybody who walks in the door unless they're just adamant on, I'll just have the water.
Right.
And we have nice ice cold,
There you go.
osmosis water. So we have super clean water. We do our own RO here. We brew with RO water because it's a water chemistry thing when it comes to beer. Because one of the things that are overlooked in beer, like the grain's important, the hops are important, obviously, but one of the things that gets overlooked is water. Water's super, super important because, after all, we're dealing with chemistry and biology and all that other stuff. So water chemistry really, really makes a difference. So
awesome.
especially when it comes to these juicy IPAs, getting those chlorides and sulfates ready, getting them right, all the different your ratios together and your pH matters, all that stuff. So we strip everything down with the RO and just build it right back up what we want. So a good example of that, Brannigan, we can mimic Ireland water by just getting a water report off the internet. We're starting from a baseline 0, and we build our water just like what their water report is, and now we're basically brewing it Irish water.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, it's that attention to detail that you're going to get only here at the Gilla Brewing Company. So, again, thank you so much. And I think this 9 point whatever is hitting. I'm starting to slur a little bit.
9.2.
It's going well. It's going well.
Yeah, it's a big one. Not our biggest, but it's a big
There's a bigger one?
Our biggest is 15%.
Good.
It's not on right now. So Pontoon out of Atlanta, they're a big brewer out of Atlanta. Okay. Every year they put on what they call Brownie Bash because they created this big brownie stout beer. It's 13.9 because 13.9 is the limit in Georgia.
Good.
So they turned that into a beer festival, and we went last year. They invited us down there, and there was probably 40, 50 breweries. And kind of the idea was everybody was going to brew their version of the Brownie Bash, which is their brownie stout. We did a Praline-inspired one.
Nice.
And we brewed, actually, the story behind that is we brewed it twice because the first time it only come out to right around 10%, and we were like, it's not doing it. So we rebrewed it, and that thing boiled for 12 hours.
Good, great.
So, yeah, we concentrated the hell out of it. Typically, like I was saying, with some of these brewing processes, it mashes for a good long time, and boil times are only about an hour. IPAs and things like that, but because we decided to make that thing big, we made the grain bill pretty big, but you're kind of limited on your system. You can only put so much grain in that tank, right? So once you max that out, the only way to raise the alcohol is either supplement with different sugars, like just regular sugar, but then again with the chemistry, it's a simple sugar, it's going to ferment out, the beer's going to be super dry. We wanted that beer to be thick and have a lot of body to it, so we just decided we boiled the thing for 12 hours. So it really killed the hell out of our yield. Like because you boiling so much liquid out, you're not going to get a lot of beer out of it. But the end result was a nice, thick, sweet, praline-inspired beer. It was 15%. So
Nuts.
yeah, you had to take it light.
Yeah.
Yeah, we limited our pours. I think the biggest one you can get on that was 8 ounces. So if you wanted a lot of it, you were going to be doing a lot of 8-ounce pours. we weren't serving pints or anything like that. It was just too much beer. We have the barley wines right at 12. So yeah, we do.
Y'all brew wines as well?
No, we can't do that. So barley wine is a style of beer.
Okay.
So it's barley based and all that, because we have to be in, again, with the license. You have to brew with a certain amount of barley in order for it to be considered beer and be legal with it. So like we can't do cider here. We can do seltzer. Seltzer kind of falls into a weird area, but cider is a no-no, wine's a no-no, just because you're not using grains. So we have to do that. But barley wine is a style of beer. It's just a super, super high alcohol beer.
Gotcha.
And they typically get aged because that much alcohol just makes it taste really boozy, so it's unpleasant to drink. So we let them age for a good little while. Like the barley wine we have right now, we released that in March, but we brewed that in November.
Okay.
So it takes a while for them things to age out and mellow out and make them drinkable. So
Very cool. Well, man, this has been great. I mean, this is a lot of information for those of you that didn't know a lot about beer. This is your educational video right here, and it's less than 30 minutes long. And if you want to know more, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to tell you about these beers that they've brewed. So come by, grab a couple glasses,
Pack or two.
a pack or two. They have merch. They have some of the coolest, gigantic koozies I've ever seen. Look how it's the size of my head.
it's a 32 ounce.
32 ounce koozie, because America, free conch, We have all the different brews. They have them canned as well. So like if you want to come here, stock up your cooler and then go out on the boat, this is the place to do it. And also Chad's got some stuff going on. So stay tuned to Bearded Events. Go check them out. Go like the Facebook pages of Bearded Events. Go like Gilla Brewing Company. And of course, you're here. So What's Up Louisiana is definitely a good place to be. We have all these food trucks coming up with this food truck event. So make sure you stop by. That's in 2 weeks.
Wait for
Less than 2
Sunday,
weeks.
May 1st,
May 1st,
10 to 5.
10 to 5 at Colonial Stables.
Long Staples.
Stop by. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Jeff may be there.
I will definitely be there. It's food. You kidding me? That's why I'm wearing a hoodie, so you can't see my form-fitted shirt.
Where's that Colonial Stables?
Colonial Stables is
38297 Corner View Road, Gonzales. If you travel in I-10 westbound, you can actually see it. I actually hung a banner up the other day. So you can see it from the interstate, and I'm leaving here and going to hang another one up on Corner View, so it'll be seen from pretty much every angle.
It's going to be a good time. There'll be all the food trucks there. I'll be there. I'll be playing some music, good music, because I have the best.
We will have Mexican food, Jamaican food, Venezuelan, Puerto Rican.
Holy cow. So bring some Tums.
And obviously, Cajun Kid's going to bring wings.
Cajun Kid will,
It's going to be there. But if you want to get a sneak peek of what they can do, get here early on Friday. They're going to be here from 12 to 7 at Gilla Brewing Company. And yes, the beer is kicking in. So we might have to end this here in a little bit. But once again, thank you so much for having us. We learned a lot.
Tribute starts at 7 tonight. Y'all come out and support. Have fun. Have a beer or two.
Seinfeld trivia, too. So for those people that love Seinfeld, I know there's like half of Gonzales love Seinfeld. So don't even play with me. My grandparents included.
Well, I'm from Prairieville, so that takes me out of the equation, right?
No. You're still in the equation. But thank you guys for joining us. We'll be doing more of these, so stay tuned. Who knows? We could be your business next.
Let us know.
Fall off.